This is a document and an outline that I prepared that just talks about how I've had some really difficult financial struggles over the last probably like 3.5, 4 years due to a divorce that happened, my furniture store that slowly declined after 23 years, and money was really tough. And I know for a fact it had to do with my energy. It had to do with me really being from a scarcity mindset. And not to get too ahead of myself, but I was able to change all of that, be very consistent, and show up as my true authentic self starting probably almost 2 years ago. And it really had a deep, profound impact on my mind and how I showed up. And it helped me create and bring these possibilities about. So, May through this current time, about now or about a few weeks ago, I made about $52,000 this year. And I only made $22,000 in 25 and $22,000 in 24. Now, granted, I had a business that made hundreds of thousands of dollars in income over my years of running it, and I did very, very well. But I want to explain a little bit kind of how I did it, how I was able to create that balance in my business and my personal life, and how I can help people that are aspiring to do better, successful entrepreneurs also find that same balance and create that peace in their own lives for their business and for their personal relationships. And the reason I've transitioned a little bit out of the mental health space is because I'm an entrepreneur at heart. I've been an entrepreneur for 30 years. So I know all about the struggles of business. I know all about the negative mindset. So we'll get a little bit more into that. But I spent 23 years building a furniture store from the ground up, from nothing to 1.4 million per year. And it provided a very good income for myself and my family. And over the course of running that business, I realized in my own mind that it was a struggle. And I didn't know that the thing that I needed to do, it wasn't to focus more on my business. It should have been to focus on my self-care and my well-being, because the business will be successful if I match internally what I want my business to be. And I was doing all the wrong stuff. I still did a little bit of self-care with exercise. I've always been in pretty good shape, but my mind was a mess. And that led to being addicted to alcohol and being addicted to prescription drugs for over 15 years. I was a highly functioning addict. I didn't think anybody knew, right? But, people did know, and the cracks started to form. And, my business would go up and then it would go down and then it would go up and then it would go down. And it was a heck of a roller coaster. And I mean, I hit a wall in 2023, and I had stopped drinking and doing drugs in 2019. So I got sober for my family because I wanted to save my family, but it was too late. The damage had already been done. Like, I wasn't as present as I needed to be, and I was just it was a bad situation. So in January of 2025, I was literally at my furniture store going, God, what do you want from me? Like, my talents are being wasted here at this furniture store. I'll try not to get emotional because it is so emotional for me, but I want to do more. I want to help people. And he presented me with an opportunity a couple weeks later where I met someone that helped me build this mindset reset. And it wasn't the kind of person that any of you guys would want to hang out with. He was a very abrasive person, but I accepted him for who he was, because that's who I am, and I knew that I could learn something from him, and I'm sure glad that I did, because I did learn a lot, and I made his life better for over that time. But what it really did is it allowed me to develop the mindset reset process and create that peace and that awareness in my own life. And I knew that I had to do that before any success with money or any success with my business would be able to bear fruit. So I literally had to recalibrate myself from the inside out, connect with my own energy and then that frequency of money, which is also currency, right? And currency is another word for energy or money. Now, the money didn't come until later It really took about another year and a half for that part to really play out, but I still had what I needed. I could still pay my bills. And literally in April of 2026 this year, I was down to almost nothing. And I was not scared. I was more scared, and you could ask Joanne about this because I cried over it. I was more scared the previous year or so because of just the fact that I had money still left over, but it was slowly dwindling. And as the money went away, my confidence rose, which is just crazy to even think about because I knew what was there for me. So I know this doesn't really pertain to you guys, but if any part of this hits home, I would implore you guys to stop scrolling through the video and just go ahead and subscribe to our amazing school community. It only is the cost of a cup of coffee, a specialty cup of coffee a month. So I know you guys are already all in here, but that's just already in the doc. So, and then in January 25, it was, I think, the 27th or so, 28th, I fully committed to doing the mindset reset, and I was the very first person to ever do it. And I did it out of complete blind faith. It was one piece of paper. It was literally one piece of paper of some ideas written down that my business partner at the time had brought from some of his personal experiences. And we knew that if we had a very consistent routine and we were raising our energy, which raises our awareness, then we can connect with all the possibilities that are here for every single one of us. But when we have a low energy, we're the victim, we're coasting in life, it's really hard to have that awareness because you are struggling so much. So it was really important for me to get rid of that negative BS and create these opportunities of showing up every day, being consistent, holding myself accountable, and showing up when there was no money, right? There was nothing. It was just me giving my time and connecting with people. And now I'm so grateful to be able to be here for you guys and also lead future entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs and business folks that are really struggling with their mindsets because how you show up is absolutely everything. So right now I do have 10 spot. Well, I have 8 spots left because I did sign someone up today, which I haven't told anybody yet. So yeah, so I have 8 spots left for the mindset reset, and that's group coaching. I am doing one-to-one, during the 6 weeks, 2 1-to-1 bonus sessions if people need it. And you can apply in the description in the bottom of the YouTube video, or you folks here, if you are interested. Hey, you guys, stop. If you are interested, you can actually just DM me or you can sign up right through the classroom. Excuse me for guys. Milo's beating up Twilight. Stop. Stop. Oh, gosh. Okay. So in conclusion, let's see. Yeah, I told you about the 10 spots. Um, you showing up for yourself, it's not a quick fix, right? We don't know if it's going to pay off today or tomorrow or in a week or in a month, but I guarantee the payoff will come. I guarantee the energy and your awareness will raise and you'll have those opportunities. And typically what I've seen is when people have done the mindset reset, after about a year is when things really start to open up and blossom because you've been putting your consistent action in, you've been raising your awareness, and you're matching internally what so many of us want externally. But I say this all the time, the universe, God, life, reality, it doesn't give us what we want. It gives us who we are. So it gives us who we embody. It gives us who we identify as. And when you can really clean up inside what's going on and make more room for positivity to come into your life by healing and growing, the sky is the absolute limit. And, Devin completed the process. I think it was in April-ish, somewhere in there. He's really growing. He could certainly talk a little bit about how it's helped him. Joanne finished the process a little over a year ago. It's been about a year and a month. I think you finished on July 5th or 6th last year. And she could tell you some amazing synchronicities and things that are happening in her life. And these are not coincidences. This is not luck. We make our own luck by how we show up and how we bring our energy and how we bring our awareness. So embody the future you now. Don't wait for the results to give yourself permission to love yourself and to be kind to yourself. And I guarantee for without a shred of doubt in my mind that the balance for your business and the peace that so many of us want is here for you. It just takes a little bit of time and for you to truly believe in yourself.